Hey, this is Joshua Jarvis with AtlantaShortSaleListings.com, and I get a lot of questions about what happens to the debt afterwards. So you do a short sale, and let's say you owe 200, we sell it for 90. There's $110,000 left over. We're not even talking about the extra fees and stuff that's included in all that. So $110,000 is left over. What happens to that? Well, in most cases, your debt is forgiven. Now, we have another video on our website that talks about taxes. If this is an investment property for you, then you should watch that. In fact, my friend Joshua Wilson, CPA, has a lot of great information on short sales and what can happen there so that you don't have to owe any taxes on that if you're an investor. If you're a homeowner and then you get forgiven, then the taxes obviously you're exempt from that. So what happens if you don't get forgiven? In some cases, there are some lenders that want to retain the rights to come after you. And in those cases, we haven't had very many of those cases, but in some of those cases, we have to have the difficult conversation. A foreclosure puts the control squarely on the shoulders of the bank. So even in a short sale situation to where the bank does not fully give up their rights on the property, at least a short sale you've negotiated some of that out. You've gotten the highest value that you could on your home, and so if you're left with a small debt, we found that most of these lenders, like I said, we haven't had very many cases of this, but most of the lenders that we did have this case with were ready to settle immediately after the short sale closing for as little as 1 or 2% of their overall balance. So that's a little bit outside of our expertise. But I did want to let you know that, I mean, even if you're in that sort of awful situation where the bank, let's say Green Tree, for instance, wants to keep your stuff as something they could come after. One, there's no recorded cases legally of them coming after anyone in the state of Georgia. But two is that it's still better than the foreclosure because, one, the overall balance is smaller, and two, you've already negotiated some of that out. They've already gotten some of their money. You already have a working relationship with them. It does tend to work in your favor a lot better. Obviously, all these options on short sales are much better than foreclosure or bankruptcy in most situations. So if you have any questions, just visit us online at AtlantaShortSaleListings.com, or you can always call me at 770-374-4667. Thanks.